The meet follows tornado tactful efforts by southward Korea, that guessed the polar to take part in the Winter Spartakiada, weakening tensions on the peninsular next a year of polar Korean nuke and rocket tests and warmed rhetorical and threats of war activity of the U.S. Kim Jong Un, on to the southward Korean messenger who met him, has told Sames produced to talk giver up the nation's nuke capabilities, a drama leaving of his early position. With his ascent to the high management of the more democratic human beings' Republic of Korea, as Polar Korea is formally named, Kim has vain slight period comprehensive his grandpa's double-track politics of war growth near economical increase. He pushes economical growth and top-profile building projects. And he is as concentrated on nuke promotion as his ancient ancestors were of him, perhaps though more than so. Yet his warlike position could include as lot to do in cladding downward national rivals skeptical of a youthful successor, obvious and his capacity to manage the isolationist country as it has in representing a veneer sheet of invincibility and force. All conclusions above Kim Jong-un's motives are speculation at top, and ridiculously hysterical at lowest. Previous year in the 1990s Kim and his two siblings were shipped to high school in Bern, Switzerland, wherever they investigated Deutsche and France, and mixed in some world students. The parent auntie who looked following them after defected to the U.S. She and her man shed detailed information to us intellect how authorities were hardly to receive in another place on the mystery Kim household. But Ko told Kim Jong-un had named with his 8th date of birth side how he was intended for more than essential things. He was talented a gen's form, she told, and how at the side, actual generals bowed to the 8-year-old Kim. It was unfeasible for him to increase up as a regular man while the human beings about him were treat him love how, Ko told. Show slight grace and down there was the complex question of a man he presumably never welcomed, his part brother Kim Jong-nam, his dad's eldest child, who was gone above while Kim Jong-il came to calling a heir. He insisted Kim Jong-un would be fair a rated drawing and the members of the force elitists will be the ones in factual force. Crucially, he as well surveyed the transmission of force to a tertiary general of the identical governing household, all things how are curse to Polar Korea's governing elitists, whose major goal is to support the force and strength of the Kim household mode. Following the emails were published in a volume, Kim Jong-nam stored a low section, by the estimated protect of the China by the government. With he took office space, Polar Korea has dueled downward on its failure to face critique or attacks on its lead. His grandpa's heir Kim Jong-un is routinely shut meet human beings, keeping their hands and giver them hugs, request workers on their tasks and emerging vigorously concerned in the worldly aspects of plant lifetime, a noted difference to Kim Jong-il who grew more in isolation in his after year and done less and less social speeches and decorum. The heritage Kim Jong-un carries is as well surround in the waiting how he will eventually reach which both of his dad and grandpa had length prosecuted but never reached, transformation Polar Korea in a legal nuke force. A program how was started by Kim Il-sung and extended by Kim Jong-il, is now examined by Kim Jong-un as the single warranty of his mode's long life. If he can understand how vanity and which happens if he does, remnant unidentified.